I'm going to show you some of the technical and legal loopholes that password managers nowadays, even the no knowledge architecture password managers, use in an effort to give you a false sense of security, to make it seem as if they have no access to your information. They know the date it was created, they know how it was created, whether or not it was imported, autosave, created manually, and also the strength in percentage, which means that they have software that has to go through and not only tell how many passwords you have, but how long those passwords are, whether or not you use special characters in your passwords, or whether or not you use numbers in your password. And the only way to do that is to literally have access to the information directly, which means when they process your information, right, they tell you straight up, we have access to your social networks data, your account data, your personal data. So now this is where they make the claim that we don't share any of your personal information with third parties, well, except for the third parties we've listed here. And where it gets better is when they tell you that, guess what happens to your data once it makes its way to your third party? Well, that's up to them. That's their privacy policy now, and that doesn't really account for what we do with your data. It wasn't enough that they have legitimate reasons or illegitimate reasons to access your data, like we're accessing it just to make sure that we're doing a good job, but they also extend these privileges to their third parties. Wasn't good enough that them and their third parties had access to your personal information. Now they're telling you it might not even be in the country in which you reside. So if you see this little wire here, these two, the green and the white, will be disconnected at all times, and these two will be the only two connected. So what we have here is the USB line. It comes in here where I splice the data, the positive and the negative data, which are connected to these two relays, and you see that gap there, that gap is the separation disconnecting the data lines. This is just a boost converter I found laying around because these relays that I had were 24 volt relays, so not going to get that from a computer. Just using that 4-pack of batteries you see there to supply the switching power for this. But then let's go ahead and take a look at how it functions, and also, pretty importantly, what it sounds like as far as the notification goes. So